Today, we'll take a look at how to create abstract art in Python. And to do this, we'll use the built-in Turtle library, which allows us to draw stuff. So let's start with drawing one single line. So the very first thing is to import Turtle, which we do not need to install using pip. So next, we do Turtle forward. So let's say 50 and Turtle.main loop. So what this does is that your pointer will move forward by 50 units. And if I run this, this will happen. So from this point to this point is 50 units. Next, let's try drawing another line. So everything needs to be before the main loop. So I'm going to call this method turtle.write. So let's say 90. So what's happening here is that our pointer will move forward by 50 units and then it will turn right by 90 degrees. And let's draw another line. And if we run this, we will get. So notice that it went in front 50 units and then it turned right 90 degrees and then it went forward another 50 units. So with this knowledge, we can actually draw a square. So a square has 4 sides and we need to turn 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And so let's run this again and we will have a square. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if we want to make our square larger, we can simply increase the number of units moved. So let's say 150, and let's run it again, and we will have a bigger square. Next, let's play around with the values in order to draw an equilateral triangle. So I'm going to remove 2 of this, and let's keep 150. So instead of turning 90 degrees, now we need to turn more because we are drawing a triangle. So an equilateral triangle's angle is 60. So we need to turn 120 degrees in order to draw it. And if I run this, we will get an equilateral triangle. 1, 2, 3. And here we have it, an equilateral triangle. So now let's try to make things more complicated and let's try to draw a hexagon. So in a hexagon, the angle is 120, which means we need to turn 60. But we need to do this 5 more times. And if we run this, we will get a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. However, we don't really want to be doing this kind of thing if we can use a for loop to automate this. So we can actually rewrite this using a for loop. So let's get rid of all of this. And let's put this in a for loop. For I in range 5. Because we draw one line and we repeat this another 5 times. So let's run this. And we will have the same hexagon. Alright, so now let's figure out how we can draw with color. So to set the color, we will use turtle.color. And this function will take in 3 arguments, the R, G, and B value from 0 to 1. So let's say I'm going to set 1, 0, and 0. So RGB, this is the red color. So here we are going to draw a red line. And here we have it, we have a red line. And if I change this to 1 and if I change this to 0, we are going to get a green line. And here we have it, a green line. So now that we can set a color, let's try to set a random color. So in order to do that, we import the built-in random module. And we replace this with random.random. And let's repeat this 2 more times. So random.random will actually give you a random number between 0 and 1. So let's run this. And we will get a random color, some sort of blue. And if we run this again, we will get a different color. Okay, a green color. So with all of this in mind, we can start creating our abstract art. So let's make this run for, let's say, 100 iterations. And for each iteration, we want to set a random color. So we have this random color. For each iteration, we also want to move a random number of steps. So let's change this, random.randRange. For simplicity's sake, let's set from 25 to 76. So this will generate a random number from 25 to 75. So that is the number of units that our turtle will move forward by. Of course, we do not want our turtle to just go straight. So let's set an angle. So angle is equals to random dot ran range, let's say 0 to 180. And let's say we want to have a 50% chance that our turtle will rotate left and a 50% chance that our turtle will rotate right. So if random dot random is more than 0.5, then we turn left, else we turn right. So to turn left, we call turtle dot left and pass in angle. And to turn right, we do this turtle dot right, and similarly we pass in angle. So as of now, our program should create some abstract art for us. So let's try and let's see what happens. So as you can see, the turtle is moving in random directions. And there we have it, how we can use Python to create abstract art. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you have learned something new about Python today.